Yo, what's up everybody?
We're back again in Florence after an awesome weekend away at Cinque Terre. And if you've been following along with our Italian adventures, you might have seen our previous vlog in Florence where we visited the Ponte Vecchio and Uffizi Gallery.
Yeah, but today we're heading up two of Florence's must-do activities,
Yes.
Michelangelo's statue of David, as well as climbing up the Florence Cathedral Dome, which will be amazing. But first up, like most activities here in Florence, you need to get in line for one of your tickets. But luckily we've purchased the skip the line thing, which will get us into the statue of David very soon.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be that long of a wait, and it definitely won't be as long as if you didn't pre-book your tickets, which we heard can take up to about 4 hours. We'll show you the line shortly. Shall we go on it?
Yeah, let's go. Regular line runs from all the way down there, down here, down here, keeps going, and around that corner. And that's why it takes up to 4 hours, but we have got the skip the line. Our skip the line tickets cost 15 New Zealand dollars each, and regular tickets cost 12 euros, but of course you do have to wait in the line. So we get to go at the red point, and it's queued by different times, so we're going the 10:45 session. Of course there's different sessions every 15 minutes, and so once it's our time, we've got to huddle up and get in there.
It was only about 15 minutes and we got through. There's a very quick security check where you just got to put your bags in to get scanned. And you can see the entrance right there. Pretty incredible just even walking up to the statue of David. It's so impressive seeing the grand size and scale of it. And can you believe that Michelangelo was only 26 when he first created David in 1501? He completed him in 1504. It was originally intended to be placed in the ceiling niche of the Florence Cathedral. So the sculpture had to be big enough to be viewed from the pews below. And so you can see that the proportions of the head and arms and hands are much larger than the torso and his legs. But a committee deemed the statue to be too beautiful and heavy to sit atop of the cathedral. So they elected to place the sculpture in the Piazza della Signoria at the entrance of the Palazzo Vecchio, which is where he stood for hundreds of years, and now a replica stands there. And we actually saw that in our first Florence vlog. So this statue, why is it so impressive? Well, the marble itself was actually discarded by two previous artists and deemed unworkable. They had already chipped away at it and decided that it wasn't usable. And so it just laid around for decades until Michelangelo was commissioned to work on this piece. Before the statue of David, all representations of the biblical story focus on the moment of David's victory with the head of Goliath at his feet. But Michelangelo chose to break that tradition and instead showed the moment before the battle. And all you can see is that he's in a poised position, he's alert, he's got just the slingshot, and of course he's nude, but you can see the incredible physique, the ultimate male human physique. And also, if you look closely on his hands, you can see the pulsing veins and his thigh muscles. It's just so impressive that this was a piece of marble and the size that it is too. So I've read some things where it says it's 14 feet. Other sources say it's 17, so maybe it's how they're measuring the difference between, where the actual stand part of it is. But yeah, just amazing to see in person. I think this might be the first food court that we have found and eaten at in Italy.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's called Mercato Centrale, or the Central Market, and the food court is on the top level. So on the ground floor you can buy lots of fresh produce, but it is exceptionally packed. It might just be because it's peak lunchtime, or it could just be that way all the time anyway, because it's not too far from the Accademia Gallery that we were just
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I found some food. Look at my trio platter here. They had so many selections and I just went, that one, and that one, please. Got a prosciutto, a cheese, and a tomato-based one as well. And they are on pieces of baguettes. So have a try of this. They're also topped with truffle, and it smells incredible. Let's have a good try. That's amazing. Not sure what this yellow saucy part is, but whatever it's on, it's so delicious. It's creamy, it's rich, salty. You can taste those earthy truffle flavors too. Oh my goodness. I know the other ones are going to be amazing, but I also know that Peter's very hungry and he still needs to go hunt for his food while we reserve this table here. So be back in a second.
So I found my food place downstairs, and they specialized in selling offal, which had my name written all over it. And I believe that tripe is a specialty of the Tuscan region that we're in. So I had to go in for this. I mean, look at this. This looks like the best kind of meat jelly that you could ever find. And I cannot wait to get in that bite. Oh man. Oh, that is so good. It actually reminds me of a dish that I would often get at Yamcha, the exact same like tripe dish with a little bit of chili oil on the top.
Oh yeah.
Delicious.
You added a meatball, I see?
I did. I also added a beef meatball. Let's give that a go, eh? Oh yeah. Tastes like a falafel. Show you the inside of that one. Beautifully spiced all throughout that. A delicious meal. Now, only a couple of minutes walk away from the food court that we were just at, you've arrived into the heart of Florence, where the cathedral is, otherwise known as Santa Maria del Fiore. It took 2 centuries for this cathedral to get finished. It started at the end of the 13th century and then continued on into the 15th century, where they added a beautiful dome, and that was from the architect Filippo Brunelleschi's plans. Now, one of the things that makes this cathedral special is the green, pink and white marble facade that you see right behind me, but they also have that beautiful massive brick dome as well, which we're going to climb a little bit.
Yeah, we need to go get our tickets soon, but there are no lifts in there, so it's going to be about 400 something steps.
Over 400 steps, so it's going to be a grueling one. You can purchase tickets to go into the cathedral for 15 euros per person, but if you want to go to the top of the dome, which is what we're doing today, we purchased our tickets through Get Your Guide, and that was around about 90 New Zealand dollars per person. We did notice on the signboard out at the cathedral office that to do that experience, all the tickets were actually sold out, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but luckily we booked in advance.
Yeah, those other lines looked really long.
Yeah.
But it's, I think, a limited number that can actually go up to the top of the dome.
Yeah, at each certain time point of the day.
Yes, and this one here is the entrance for us to get up to the dome.
Here goes those 400 steps. Not too bad so far. How you going, bud?
Well, we did a 3-hour hike just 2 days ago, so I'm still feeling my thighs.
Yep, still feeling it, but here we go. Top of the dome.
We're only 6 minutes into the walk and we've already reached this part where we can see the dome and the frescoes. It is quite amazing. The frescoes are of the Last Judgment, done in 1572 to 1579. They were designed by Vasari, but painted mostly by his student, Federico Zuccari. If you are claustrophobic, you might find it a little narrow, but there are windows and there is enough space to be able to let someone else pass by. So it's not too bad if you're, a bit worried about doing this kind of walk. Yeah, we've got a bit more to go and we're actually going to go right to the top and be able to get a view of Florence from the outside.
So we're actually in the dome right now.
Yes, and if you need a break, there are maybe a few little spots. We've seen some people sitting off to the sides. The wall's very cold. It's interesting, all the different types of bricks as well.
Yen was telling me something really interesting about how this dome actually has 2 layers and we're walking in between the 2 layers, eh bud?
Yeah, I believe so. It's also the largest masonry dome in the world. Still to this day, 500 years after it was built.
Very cool.
It took roughly only about 15 minutes to get from the bottom all the way up here to the top, and you have 360-degree panoramic views of Florence. We can see so many of the places that we had visited on our previous trip in Florence, and it's amazing. It is quite windy though, so a little bit chilly. We're here in April, so yeah, springtime. So we didn't actually realize, but the tickets that we bought from Get Your Guide, it also included entrance into the bell tower as well as the museum and the cathedral too, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, so we decided why not go see the bell tower too so we can look back at the dome, and it is a pretty impressive view. You are inside a cage though, but you can put your lens right to the gaps and take an unobstructed photo.
Yeah, but we're going to wrap things up here, guys. So if you've enjoyed this vlog from Florence, then be sure to give us that like and subscribe as well.
Yeah, drop us a comment. Always love hearing from you, and we will catch you in the next vlog.
See everybody.
Bye.